Hi, my name is Ted. Today I'm going to be talking to you about fantastic stuff in AI. Now some of you already know what AI is capable of doing, but a lot of you don't. And to those I want to say, you might fear it. You might think it's the worst thing that could be happening in the world. And a lot of this is because you don't understand what kind of tool AI can be. Yes, you will have bad actors. Those are the people who will step in and try to use this tool for evil. You're going to have people who are trying to hit the economy, trying to hit politics, trying to hit different areas in the world to just do destruction, whether it's to another country or another way of thinking or to whatever. It doesn't matter. The fact of the matter is there's some pluses and there's always going to be minuses. It's true with any kind of tool we have in the world. I always have a hard time being universal on anything that I say, but I'm going to go ahead and say that, and you can correct me if you think I'm wrong. The hatchet, tremendous. I use a hatchet cutting down trees. I use a hatchet cutting up trees. I have used a hatchet for a lot of different things, especially when I was younger. I don't use hatchet much more, but I use other things. I use a lawnmower. It's a tool. Could we use lawnmower for evil? I suppose so. There are some things harder to find evil for than others, and there's some things that are harder to find good than others. Nevertheless, most good tools have a negative side, have a side to it that people can use for bad. And it's like that with AI. The difference is AI is it is beyond huge. It's the new thing, and there's a reason it's the new thing. It's because it is cutting down and cutting through medicine in tremendous ways, opening up new doors that we haven't even thought of in the past. Game playing, and I know that sounds kind of ridiculous, but the fact of the matter is game playing is going to be related to war. It's going to be related to a lot of things. I think a lot of people felt like if we could break through games, we can break through anything in the intelligence world. Turns out not so, but there's a reason for that. That's another time. But the fact of the matter is we are, through AI, doing a tremendous it's a tremendous tool that's being given to us if you want to use it. The question is, will you use it? Or are you going to just walk away from it, shy away from it, fear it, and make big bad things about it, not realizing that it could help you so much? Now, I got a son-in-law, and he knows how to use ChatGPT. He's watched YouTube videos and stuff, and he uses this for his work. He sells, and it has given him advantages over his competitors in a tremendous amount. Now, granted, he's got skills. He's very talented. AI is not meant to be used to take over, to tell you what to do, but rather to work with you, because it has areas that it is strong in, but it has areas that are very weak that we're strong in. And the combination between the two can be amazing for good, for evil, and definitely we have groups that are designed, or businesses designed to protect us from those hackers and the people who are using it for evil. But I do want to say that you and most of you watching, don't run away from it. Don't hide from it. Learn about it. Learn how to use it, especially if you're young, because AI is going to be a huge part of the future here in the United States. My son-in-law uses ChatGPT, and he knows how to use it, and he's learned it by watching several YouTube videos, and it has given him an advantage big time. And huge companies are turning to AI because AI is giving them an advantage over other companies. Actors, people who are using art, people who are especially in the movie industry, these types of industry, using the creative part of us, that creative in the area of the arts. they don't like it because it's taking away from the human and giving to a machine. Well, the machine, first of all, is based on human. In other words, what it's doing is copying. It's not producing anything that comes from its soul. It's merely repeating what we're giving it, but there's so much more. Okay, let's say I'm writing a song. I'm going to use something called, let's see here, I might use, because there are going to be times I'm going to be running out of ideas, something called Suno. So I tap into Suno, and I just with a few prompts, I say, I would like a song, and I tell them what kind of song, what it's about. I might even give it the words I want it to say, but I'm having a hard time, you can even say that in it, coming up with a good idea. Please give me a good idea. And Suno is going to feedback and give you a couple songs. Don't like them? You get a couple more. Until you find something you really like, you say, I like that. Now for the songwriter, they're not going to just, okay, that's it, I'll just do whatever Suno gives me. No, they're getting ideas. Oh, I hadn't thought of that before. Same with the artists. Same with people who are writing stories. All these things, it just, you get new creative ideas. And if you are the person who says, no, it all has to come from me, then this video is not for you. And neither is talking to other people. You just go ahead and do your own thing and forget about anything else. What AI does is help you to get new ideas. It's like brainstorming. All the ideas aren't going to come from you. And by the way, you know, a lot of songs, the first thing that Paul McCartney did when he got that song in his sleep or in his dream about Yesterday, he started looking, who did that before? Why is this tune in my head? Why? Because songwriters borrow from and learn from, and it's other people, and they use these other people to help them to come up with something creative and new. And AI can be used for something like that. And that goes across the board. Writing books, writing materials, anything. Don't ever depend upon AI to do everything for you and tell you what to do. But let it be a coworker, something you can work with. Then you're using AI in an amazing direction. Why? Because AI has its strengths that can way out-strength you. I don't care how much you think it's so much more, it doesn't have a human thing. It copies humans so well. It does. And it has a strength. Use that strength. And there's some things it can't do. And that's where you come in and help it and work with it. Be a partner with it. Once you learn how to be a partner with it, it really does help you become a much better, I'll do a much better job at what you're doing, whether it's in the arts or whether it's in business, whatever it is. Start digging in, finding out what you can in order so that you might be able to use AI for your advantage, because I am telling you, this is the future, and the faster you get on it, the more ahead you will be in the game. You putz around, complain about it, and do all this kind of stuff, you are going to be left miles behind. While other people who are using it, who have less talent than you do, are going to speed up and go beyond you. My brother's in art. He just retired from art. And in the old days, all you did is draw pictures. And then it goes off to Japan and they really do stuff for it. And then it becomes some kind of, for him, becomes some kind of Warner Brothers or McDonald's or some other kind of toy. Anyway, but he was the original one who did the design. But the day came when Adobe stepped in and said, you got to use Illustrator. And at that point, something turned around. Now there's people old school and there's new school. The new school just didn't know how to draw like those in the old school. But the old school couldn't step into the new computer age. And my brother, he's not incredibly computer savvy, but he knew this was the future. So he stepped into it. He learned Illustrator. And now people in his company, both sides, are coming to him. How do I do this? Why? Because he had the skills of both. You, if you're watching this, in all likelihood, and many of you have skills in both territories, or at least you have skills in the old way. Use those skills. Use them to become better in the new way. The new world is going to come upon you. I got news for you. You can fight it. You can be the Luddite. I'll talk about that another time. But you could be that kind of person, and you're going to lose. You're going to lose to the person who has no clue about the old way. But they tap right into the new way. Well, you got something over them. You got the old way. And if you learn that new way, using AI, you can be better than both. And I'm telling you, this is the future. This will be the future. And if you're young enough, unless you're going to retire really soon and you don't plan on doing anything in the workforce, even then, just for the fun of it, learn about AI. Nevertheless, the fact of the matter is, it's going to help you. Let's put it, you may or may not need it at your job, but it's going to help you tremendously. And this is Ted.